All day, we've been bringing you stories of San Diego families and students on the edge of homelessness. It's a subject that can be tough to talk about, but at 10 News, we're committed to facing it together. I was invited to spend the day with a single mother struggling with housing. This morning on 10 News at 6 a.m., I told the story of Selena from waking up before dawn, getting her kids to daycare, and going to work. Now the story of her day continues as she heads back to the parking lot she calls home for now.
Hug yourself.
The workday ends for Selena, much like it does anyone else. She hops in the car for the drive to pick up her kids at daycare. Today, she will only have 2-year-old Jerry. Her daughter is with grandparents.
You have fun?
But for this family, the traditional evening routine is unusual. This family will have to stop for dinner and a place to kill time.
Sometimes we'll go to Walmart.
Until the gates open at the safe parking lot at Jewish Family Service, where they've lived out of their car since June.
They could be any one of us. They look like my neighbors. They look like the parents who are dropping their children off at school with me, alongside me.
Director Carol Yellen says most here are homeless for the first time, and it was one thing that set them back.
They're struggling to make ends meet, and then the rent gets raised, or they have a medical problem. Here, they connect with resources and get some comforts of home. Selena has shower privileges tonight right beyond this door, but she only gets them once a week, which has forced her to find other places in between. There is community here. Food is provided in the common area, and guests become friends and emotional support. The people who come into our lot often talk about how isolating it was to live on the streets, how dangerous it felt to be out there on your own.
JFS volunteers help make this feel like a neighborhood for Selena.
Good job.
It's more than just people spending the night in a parking lot. It's recognizing what they have to accomplish during the day with such little sleep and the stresses that they're under.
You are good. Soccer is clearly the favorite part of his day.
Thank you, Jerry.
And it gives Mom a moment to herself while Jerry's in good hands.
How long do you think you can do this?
I don't want to do it for long, just because of the fact that I will be having another little one soon.
Selena is 5 months pregnant.
I don't really want to bring her into this world, and I mean, it's not good for a kid, any kid in this situation.
Selena knows she's under the gun. Accepting government help meant Child Protective Services will intervene.
I don't want my kids to be away from me. They're kind of the reason why I stay up. I keep moving forward. They're my main, my motivation, basically.
She began working full-time 2 weeks ago. Her mother and stepfather in Mexico are helping too.
They're not being abused. They're being well taken care of. I know that in the situation it's kind of hard. But I mean, my daughter goes to school every day. She doesn't miss.
Providing a sense of normalcy as much as she can as she works with the housing specialists here to find a solution.
I have the faith, I have hope that, things will change.
Hey, sweetheart. Oh, boy. There you go.
Jerry is in for the evening now, and Selena tells me her 6-year-old daughter, Aliana, still sees this as a camp out.
What is that?
But here, story time is interrupted by the sounds of the street. Reality and rest sometimes fight each other as Selena prepares to do it all over again tomorrow. Ultimately knowing in order to keep her family together, she either has to find housing or move to Mexico and cross the border each day. With that sweet smile, we say good night and God bless.
At the end of the day, it's tiring.
Selena is working with case managers and housing specialists provided by Jewish Family Service. Guests are required to connect with resources and move forward on a plan to gain permanent housing. And while she does have family members offering to let her and the children stay with them, she's hoping that having a job now will make a solution possible.